IVM.
You have tuned in to the ATKT Talent Tent podcast with me, Krupa.
And me, P-Man, the best from Andheri West.
And we're on a mission to bring the best talent from colleges on your podcast. And I request all of you to stop whatever you're doing, crank your volume a little bit up, and enter into this beautiful world of music, melody, with our guest today, Karshni Nair, who's going to perform a single Nervous System.
माणसं गोलगप्प्यासारखी असतात. हाय हॅलो करताना वेगळी आणि बोलताना वेगळी आणि गप्पा मारताना वेगळी, मित्र झाली की वेगळी आणि शत्रू म्हणून वेगळी, थोडक्यात दिसणारी वेगळी आणि असणारी वेगळी, कधी आंबट, कधी गोड, कधी तिखट, तर कधी चमचमीत आणि कधी कधी हॉट अँड स्पायसी सुद्धा. आणि म्हणूनच गप्पा गोल गप्पा विथ तृप्ती खामकर फक्त तुमच्यासाठी दर बुधवारी IVM पॉडकास्टच्या ऍपवर, वेबसाईटवर किंवा युट्यूब चॅनलवर सुद्धा ऐकू शकता. तुम्ही आमचा पॉडकास्ट वेगवेगळ्या पॉडकास्ट प्लॅटफॉर्मवरती ऐकू शकता. फक्त सर्च करा गोल गप्पा विथ तृप्ती खामकर आणि आमचा पॉडकास्ट ऐकत रहा.
Discovers my mind. Are you the one who tells me if I'm right? Does it hurt when I swallow my nervousness? Saliva mixes with an emotional risk. Magnet mind in the midst of a moment. I might be overthinking, but my confidence is shrinking. Even the words don't believe me as I speak them. What am I to say? You may think that I'm stupid, but truly I believe that I don't belong here. Watch my anxiety get the better of me. Do 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 do. This whole conversation is a horror story in my head. Am I saying the right things on incorrectly? Am I just maybe a little weird? And I don't seem to comprehend even my own potential. So if you could tell me if I'm too quiet or I'm a riot, please. Am I adequate enough to be in your company? I might be overthinking, but my confidence is shrinking. Even the words don't believe me as I speak them. What am I to say? You may think that I'm stupid, but truly I believe that I don't belong here. Watch my anxiety get the better of me. Of me. Of me. Me. Adequate seems like a perfect word, but I ain't living in a perfect world. I'm just trying to get by. And parties aren't really my thing, you know. I'm too awkward to be social. I just thought to sit at home and blast some Guns N' Roses. I might be overthinking, but my confidence is shrinking. Even the words don't believe me as I speak them. What am I to say? You may think that I'm stupid. Please don't think that I'm stupid. I feel like I don't belong here. Watch my anxiety get the better of me.
That was Karshni Nair with Nervous System. Fabulous.
Thank
Absolutely
you. Thank you
breathtaking.
so much.
I have to tell you, Krupa, you were not there at that gig. She performed. I saw her for the first time live at this Brewboard gig, Acoustic Wednesdays, and it was the only time at that show, at that venue, the whole place was quiet. No chatter, no fork, knife, spoon, pit-pat, and they were all listening to her.
No way.
Yeah. I mean, it
Are
also
you
helps that
serious?
most
How
of them were
good.
friends, so they know what is the
Yeah,
decorum
exactly.
while listening to music.
No, but like even though the performers' friends are watching, it's always like
no one.
chaotic.
It was
It's
fantastic.
so cool.
It was a great gig.
Karshni, tell me more about Nervous System. What's the song about?
The song's about standing with a group of people and not knowing what to say. Like not knowing how to contribute to the conversation in any way.
Something a lot of us can relate to.
Yeah. We always try to fit in, and that's what the song is about.
So you had a pretty lot to say in the song about not knowing what to say.
Yeah. True. That's because I wrote it in the confines of my room with no one around. So I knew exactly what to say, in solitude. It's great.
So what are your song themes like? I mean, some of them... you were there when we did the episode with Dropped Out, Rishi Thakkar, and you sang one song with him, so you were there to perform that song, and you said the song was about being cold and empty and lonely, and now this is about not knowing. Your themes are pretty dark.
Yeah. I think I write, I'm not able to let out what I feel in any way. Music is the only way I can do that. So I make sure to be honest with it, about how I feel when I'm writing my songs. And it's completely like no unfiltered lyrics, just what I feel I write.
And you were saying before you went to a proper music school to learn to play guitars?
Yeah, like for guitar classes. So
yeah, I mean, because I don't know if people can tell that from the audio that she was playing an acoustic classical guitar with the nylon strings and finger style picking and everything. This lady is trained.
Oh, she thought the what do you call it?
Using a plectrum is a sin.
She said it's sacrilege.
It's
Yes.
sacrilege. You mustn't. It's like using a plectrum to play a sitar. I don't think people do that, no? Do they?
I don't think why
so.
not? Yeah. It's
Yeah.
music. The first rule of music is don't follow any rules.
Oh, yeah. True. Okay.
So
So that defeats whatever I said then.
Pretty much. So how long you been doing music?
Doing music I've been singing since high school. I was in the school choir, and then just here and there, solo singing competitions, inter-house solo singing competitions. And I started making my own music in 12th standard. And I wrote my first song when I was in 12th standard. And thereafter, I've just been writing my own stuff.
What was that song about?
That song was about... Wow, I am a dark person. Are
you an only child?
No.
Okay.
Why would you ask that?
There's absolutely no reason to be dark then.
Huh?
No, that's...
What?
It's a very bad assumption.
What?
Go for it. You were saying. What your first song was about?
about?
Yes, you were a dark person.
The first song was about... it was a sad song about a girl dancing to a song that she knows the lyrics to. And yeah, that's what the first song was about. Alone. She was dancing alone. Just putting that out there.
Do you have friends? No, it's a...
I do. I have the best friends. I stay in a hostel, so I have very close friends. I live with them.
And you are originally from Pune?
Yes, I'm from Pune. I'm doing college here in Mumbai.
Have you performed in Pune also?
Yes, I have. At a few gigs so far and living in Pune, and that's it.
That's it. You not done like any of these
very long back
High
I used to
Spirits
do...
and Hard Rock Cafe Pune and all of that?
I steer clear of High Spirits. But,
as a lot of people do?
Yeah, as a lot of people should.
Yeah.
And Hard Rock Cafe, no, I've never performed at Hard Rock Cafe. I've heard the sound system's really bad. But like...
Dude, I think that guitar will make any sound system... will sound good on any system.
Really?
Yeah, trust me.
Man, then... Yeah,
No, you should consider.
I'll ask them if I can play. Because they haven't asked me. So, gotta...
So, do you perform at college festivals?
I do.
Really?
So I performed at K-Scope in my first year. And It was the first time I was doing a proper performance. Like the name of the event was Cinematic Orchestra, and we had to act out a scene from a film and sing a song from that film that has been used in it. So I sang Only Hope by Mandy Moore, which she sings in A Walk to Remember. And that was the first time that I performed like properly, like for my singing abilities. I didn't perform an original song. I acted out a scene and I performed it. So that was fun.
Was it, what do you call it, a solo act?
Yeah, solo act, complete.
So you were alone there too?
Yes, I was alone on stage too. Man, this loner life.
Fun fact, Karshni has won the Sophia College World Music Club competition called Ripples, where you're supposed to perform only originals, and this time they'd opened up the competition to like colleges outside of Mumbai as well, I think. Right?
Swag.
Ripples was great.
Right? And
it was great.
And
what
a
did you
lot
win?
of people participated, right?
I won the Vans I'm wearing right now.
How cool.
I know.
Wow.
It was great. It's the only pair of shoes I own now.
Karshni, why are you making everything sad?
I don't know. It just
Unintentionally. No, I mean, we love spending time with you, but what?
So you have a collab track with the electronic duo 3 Oscillator from Pune.
Oh, yes. No, they're not from Pune.
Then?
They're from Mumbai only.
Oh my God, that's very bad research.
3 oscillators consisting of Bridge Dalvi and Avit Rane from Mumbai.
And you also did this collab with Rishi Tucker. You on the last episode, not the last episode, but one of the recent few episodes.
Yeah.
Dropped out.
Yes.
How many more collabs do you have
Man,
in the pipeline?
I'm planning so many. I want to work with as many producers as I can. So when I came to Mumbai, I didn't know there was a scene for producers exclusively also.
Okay.
I just knew about the singer-songwriters in Mumbai. But Bridge saw me at a gig that I did at Bonobo, and he DM'd me on Instagram and he said he wants to work with me. And then we just like became friends first, and then later on we started working on a track together. But I think working with producers is so great. It's a completely different perspective. You know, I play an instrument, they will do something on their computer and make it sound good. And it's great. It's evolution of my music also, so it's good.
And you are also a part of the Kadak Apple Collective talent roster.
Yes.
And it's a very interesting story
Thank you, Tejas.
how you got onto that roster,
Yeah.
how you became a part of that family, the Kadak Apple family.
Yeah. 2 years back, I covered a song by Tejas Menon, which is called Ruby. And I sent it to my
Correction, you covered a song called Ruby by Tejas.
Okay, I covered a song called Ruby by Tejas, and I sent it to a friend who knew him, and she sent it to him. And half an hour later, like half an hour after I'd sent her the video of the cover, she sent me a screenshot of her chat with him, and he said that, oh, this girl is really good, and it sounds like it's her song. And then I posted it on Instagram. I tagged him. Then we started. I used to attend all his gigs that he used to have in Pune at the time, and we became friends. And then I started making my own music, and he seemed to like it. So,
did you send that cover to your friend, hoping that she'd send it to Tejas?
I mean, come on, like I knew she knew him. I was a fan of Tejas. I am
that big
still
a fan that you know his friends also?
No, she just happened to be in my
Okay.
school now. But like, yeah, that was good.
Yeah, Tejas Menon is...
He's amazing.
He's my man
like
crush.
Really?
He's my mentor. He's like a mentor to me. I don't know if he thinks that, but I do.
All right. Interesting fact, fun fact. So, I didn't have a traditional wedding as such, but me and the wife decided that if we had to have a first dance as such, it would be to Tejas doing his version of Disclosure. And
Latch.
Latch.
Yeah.
And
I like that.
it happened at a wedding party. There was a campfire vibes going on, and he played Latch, and it's just two of us.
Wow,
Like,
you should actually like do that.
we did it. He
Oh,
did
okay,
sing
you did.
for us.
okay, it happened.
They just sang Latch for us.
That's
so, yeah.
so
Wow.
cool.
That's so nice.
Yeah. That's it. So how has it been working with the Kadak Apple Collective?
I haven't actually worked with any of them yet.
Why?
Yet.
Okay.
So it's going to happen. But I feel like you need to build a rapport with the person you'll work with, and we just haven't got a chance to interact that much yet, but I have worked with Tejas now for an upcoming release. I'm working with him only. He's helping me. Other than that, I've seen everyone perform. They're brilliant artists, all of them. But yeah, I want to work with them. Let's see if we can work out something.
So at this point, you'd rather work with producers than with people from the Kadak Apple roster?
Wow, no, now you're putting words. No, this is not done.
Tell us about this unreleased song. Is it ready yet, or?
Yeah, it's.
Yeah?
I actually a year back I put it up on SoundCloud, and it was just a rough recording of the song, just guitar and my vocals. But now it's being properly produced, so that's the same song.
And you've done. I've seen you on some of these Kadak Apple gigs too. You have performed as well.
Yes.
How has those gigs been? Like,
Those gigs were amazing. I mean, what can I say? It's great. I like performing my music in front of people. And it was a very receptive audience, especially at Levi's Lounge. It was a very receptive audience. All of them were just quiet. They were there for the music. It was great.
And any other acts besides producers and singer-songwriters you like from the Indian music scene?
Like such as?
I'm asking if you like any.
Like
bands or...
From the scene, like from the producer, singer-songwriter.
Any music types.
I like... I like everyone I've ever worked with. And I don't know if you've heard of this music producer called Headrun.
I haven't.
Sparkle and Fade.
Sparkle and Fade I have.
Yeah, the same person.
Okay.
And then there's Kalmi, who is a music producer I think he's from Chennai. He makes such good music. He's like A.R. Rahman Part 2. He's like brilliant.
Wow.
Yeah, but like with his own style.
Okay.
And other than that, Ramya Pathuri is the best right now.
All right. Yeah.
In the indie music scene in India. So,
I would agree.
Like, hands down.
Yeah.
She's the best.
And have you performed at any other college festivals besides your K-Scope Ripples and all?
I did. I performed at only one, actually, Cinephilia, which was HR's fest last year. And I won it. It was great. The judge was some Bollywood singer, and he went on stage, and I sang Nervous System, and I finished singing it. I went into the audience. I sat for the other performances. And then after, like while he was declaring the results, he said, "Who sang Nervous System?" And then I yelled, "Me! It was me!" He's like, "I love you." So I was like, "Yes, thank you. That means I've won it." Okay.
Who's
Bye,
this?
guys.
Who is this judge?
I don't know. I don't remember his name. But he was like a really famous... I don't know. He sang his song also on stage. No one, paid attention to that. But like, he did his thing.
So, coming from Pune to Mumbai, how did you find the music scene over here? I mean, besides exploring, opening your mind to the world of producers.
Yeah, I think it was more... It's definitely more active than Pune. Pune, I think the poetry scene is really strong in Pune. But in Mumbai, music is just... everywhere, every day, there's something or the other happening. First of all, it's so big. Like, it's everywhere, there's like something happening, something or the other. So I like that. There's always some place to go to if you want to listen to music.
And would you come back and perform at Brewbot again?
Yeah, I would, but like with a better set.
I thought your set was fantastic.
No, I thought it was like, meh.
I mean, coming back to that Brewbot gig, a lot of your songs, I mean, I was one of the audience members where they were just sitting and listening to you perform. I picked on a lot of songs which had, an LGBT theme to it.
Yeah.
We spoke about this before.
Yes, we did.
Are you an LGBT activist, supporter?
Yeah, so when we spoke about this before, I gave you one answer. And then after I put the phone down, I thought about it. And I thought. And I think that activism is something that you require dedication. It's something that you decide to do and you dedicate yourself to it. I wouldn't say that singing a song telling people not to frivolously use the word gay is activism. I would say you're taking a stance. But if everyone takes a stance, everyone's an activist? No. Activists are people who have that, they freaking, man, they just like...
Pour themselves into it?
Pour themselves into it. They really, it means something to them. And I think my songs, I'm trying to put a message across, definitely. I'm trying to convey something. But I don't think I'm an activist, man. If I were that dedicated, the things I would do, like...
So you're like an ally?
Definitely. No, I am bisexual. Okay. I'm part of the community. Okay. But I wouldn't call myself an activist. I'm not... The things they are doing, the thing activists are doing right now in the world are way more... They're more active about these things than I am. I'm just...
No, but...
making music.
I think if you're even like... Representation is way better than like no representation at all, right? And I think that's even a small act of like putting your message across and through your art is also very important, I would.
Yeah, definitely. Believe. But my point is, I wouldn't call it activism. I would want to, but like it's not. Compared to like Priyanka Paul, she's an activist, okay? Yeah. Sukhnit Kaur, she's an activist. You don't have Karshni Nair. No, sorry, she's not. She's just making songs that are, I don't know, educating people. That's it.
All right. That's fantastic.
That's what you said last time.
I did because, man, it's
when
still
I said,
cool, though.
I'm an activist also.
I see. It is fantastic as well. Whether you're an activist or whether an ally, it's still fantastic.
Are you an ally?
I am. Let's just say I have changed. I've grown up in a very toxic masculinity wala world. Yeah. Where, it still is, but guys my age are still stuck back there where for them it's fun to throw around and the word gay is used in a negative, as a negative term. I try my best to educate such people and even tell them, like, man, it's not that case. And I would actually put all of that down to my wife, who really showed me how it's not supposed to be like that. Yeah. And I'm like this only from the past maybe 5 or 6 years.
Man, learning.
Yeah. It's good. It takes time, but change is happening. One person at a time. I am one of those persons.
That's great. That's great, man.
Yeah, I think the word recovering sexist, recovering homophobe, or like, I think that really suits a generation that's like trying their level best. It's not, there's no absolute like term for it.
And with that, we're going to take a break. And we're going to be back after this very chotu break, which are chatting more with Miss Karshni Nair. We have a fantastic surprise for you in store. And also she'll be performing another one of her songs for us. And lots more from me, the best of Andheri West. And
me.
After this break.
Just me.
Hey everybody, welcome to another awesome week on the IVM Podcast Network. If you are not following us on social media, please make sure you do. We're IVM Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Do remember that if you enjoy what you're listening to, take a screenshot, tag us on social media, and we'll repost you on one of the platforms. Also, just, shout out if you want to tell us anything about what's going on. Also, a quick reminder, we are still hiring. We're hiring in a whole bunch of different areas. If you're looking to work at what I believe is the best place on earth to work at, then you should check out our careers page. That's at ivmpodcast.com/careers. On the scene and the unseen, Amit Verma is joined by one of his most frequent guests, Vivek Kaul. They discuss the budget announced for the year 2019-2020 and answer listener questions in the second half. On The Origin of Things, Chuck narrates a story of purity, an outdated beverage, and a business deal. On Not Just Dansak, Farzan talks to Kaina's contractor, co-founder of Rustam's Parsi Bonu, restaurant that serves home-style Parsi food in Delhi. On Geek Fruit, Tejas and Jishnu are joined by stand-up comedian Rohan Joshi. They talk about the new Spider-Man movie Far From Home. On Advertising is Dead, Pratish Mepani, founder and creative director at Starting Monday Design and Branding Company, talks to Varun about how the concept of design in India has evolved over the years and the importance of it in trade and business. On Pulyabazi, Pranay and Saurabh are joined by Anup Rajput, engineering head at Incus Technology, to discuss semiconductor microchips, their supply and manufacturing, and how it affects geopolitics between India, China, and the US. On the Empowering series, Zarina is joined by Ambar Rana, founder, Corpus Legal, and host of the podcast Know Your Qanun. They talk about gender equality, the importance of diversity at the workplace, and gender-neutral laws. On Golgappa, Trupti talks to Anuya Jakatdar, co-founder of Books on Toast, about her love for books and what it was like growing up in a Marathi household. And with that, let's continue on with your show.
Welcome back to the ATKT Talent Tent podcast, and we're talking to Karshni Nair from Sophia College.
So as we said earlier, we have a surprise for you.
Okay.
This surprise is something to do with your journey in life that you've undertaken. And it's supposed to be a surprise because this is our a season finale. So we thought, let's up it up, and we need to do something special for this, for clearly a very special guest also. Special talent. Yeah. And we have a surprise, man. And this surprise is
cool, really cool.
It's really cool.
It's really cool.
Is it? I can't wait to see, hear, smell, taste.
Do you know what is going to disappoint me? If she is not surprised by she's underwhelmed. What?
Brownies.
Like, what if she's not surprised?
What is this Bombay Club sandwich?
I will be. Just give me the surprise.
So yeah, I want to know is, have you ever performed for Tejas while you were was any audition process for Kadak Apple anytime?
No.
So they never took your audition at Kadak Apple?
No.
I mean, 2 years back, you were clearly underage. How did they sign an underage person to their record label?
He didn't sign me 2 years back. He signed me I don't know, it's been 8 months. And
this is such bad research work, yaar. So I guess we have to up our game on this research.
Oh. But it's okay. There was no audition though. No.
Who's your, besides Ramya is clearly your favorite from everyone?
Yeah.
How come you never covered a Ramya song and sent it to her?
I have, but I don't have the
common
guts
friends with
to
her.
No. Good, nice. But no, I don't have the guts to sing any of her songs to completion. I can't. She's got this beautiful texture to her voice. I can't. No.
No?
No, sacrilege.
Okay. What about Rono's songs?
No.
Rono is...
Wait, you're asking me why I haven't covered any of...
Yeah.
Man, I don't want to sit and cover all the artists' songs.
So why Tejas then?
Yeah, why just Tejas?
Because it was just... Okay, so that day that I sent the video out, I was just playing a chord progression and Ruby happened to fit in that chord progression. And I was like, hey, you know what? Wow, this is nice. I'm going to record this. And I did it. So it just happened to be by accident. What is...
No, I think it's...
Who's your international favorite?
International...
Krupa.
I'm sorry, no, I had to. It's out there. Just say it. Who's your...
I knew it, man.
Listen,
I knew
Tejas.
Hi, friends.
She said she does not have the guts to cover a Ramya Poturi song, but she had the guts to cover a Tejas Menon song.
Because I have very little respect these days.
Oh my god.
Hi, friends. Hi, how's it going?
So we thought, listen, you're clearly brilliant, and this guy spotted you, and he's like, hey, let's bring her to Bombay, put her in a hostel.
She must be so frustrated by hearing that now. She's just like, oh god, can I live this down? Sorry, no, not for a bit, not for a while. Hi, Karshni.
Hi.
How are you? You didn't reply to my
good,
text today, so
Yeah,
this is...
no, I...
Ladies and gentlemen, we have on this episode artist formerly known as Tejas Menon, but currently known as Tejas.
Hey, what? I was always... No, that's true. That's true. I've turned into a, Adele. Just one word.
Madonna.
Yeah, Madonna. That's it.
So, yeah, how did you spot this?
Wait, before
talent?
this, I have things to say. Thanks for having me here.
Hey,
I've
what's
heard,
up, man?
I've heard your
Hi.
podcast before.
Oh, have you?
Yes. I too have feelings about what clothes we are allowed to wear in college.
Sweet.
Yeah. I had to wear like formal clothes. That's my bit. That's all I wanted to
Wait,
say.
which college did you go to?
No, this is not Wadia College. That's where I did my bachelor's. But I'm saying my master's I did in Simbi. And there I had to cut my hair, and which I kind of escaped for a while, but I had to wear like formal clothes and stuff.
You were doing
A master's program in media and stuff. Yeah, that's right. Musicians have degrees. It's fine.
Yeah, I have a degree too.
Yeah.
I'm musician नहीं है, वो अलग बात है.
Oh gosh. Anyway, sorry, that was my bit. I just felt like I needed to say that, but I'm happy to be here.
Also, to what she said, he is an international performer.
is,
He's
yeah.
performed in Dubai.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
that's true. And now I will perform in Africa.
So, she sent, you got
Right.
sent her song of yours covered by her.
Okay, I don't want to take any credit for Karshni's success story.
No, you must.
No, I must not. But I will say this though. I have said this a few times. I mean, I've said the story a few times. But that I'm a super anxious person. I am fairly neurotic about a few things, and I'm always scared that somebody will cover my song and it'll just be known as their song and stuff. It's kind of like a walk off the earth kind of Gautier vibe, because I love Gautier, and then nobody knows him because of that. I mean, like, they kind of do, but not really. But then I heard like her cover of like one of my songs. I was like, it's happened. Somebody has done my song actually better than me. So so that's when I was like, oh wow, Karshni's great. And she has also come for a few shows. Now I know her family.
Yeah.
Her family comes to shows. I'm pretty sure her family's like bigger fans of my music than Karshni is.
Yes.
So, you were saying like at times your mom is going to video call you when you have a night out to see who you are with.
Yeah.
How many times it has been this guy? Like, I'm at a show. What show? Tejas, video call. Tejas.
No. When I'm with Tejas, then I can tell her that, okay, I'm with Tejas. She's like, okay, good.
Yeah.
She's your ward.
No, I'm just I instill confidence and trust in parents.
Yeah.
It's weird. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'm a good guy. I think so.
You are.
So it's fine.
So, you stay in a hostel,
Yes.
as you were telling us before. And I remember when we spoke the last time, you said you don't like performing that much live.
I mean, I do, but not as much as making the music, creating it, making more.
Does hostel timings and rules and regulations have anything to do with that? Not performing as much live as you'd want to?
Yeah, definitely. Because we have a curfew, and they get a little skeptical about the number of night outs you take, even though the warden doesn't explicitly say it, but we know she's thinking it.
What hostel is this?
This is the Army Hostel in Navy Nagar.
Oh, defense brat.
Army hospital in Navy.
Man,
Nagar. It's like 2 for
I'm not
1.
a transfer kid, so born, raised, and yeah,
In the hostel. So is there a limited number of night outs you have in a month?
No, we don't. But as I said, they don't like it. That
Oh, you don't have a limited number.
No.
Oh, so you can just keep asking for them and you can go whenever you want.
No, I have to ask my mother.
Yeah, but your mother obviously knows that you're a musician now and that you're going to be performing and stuff. That's fine, right?
But then she gets like, oh, you have college work and you have to do your academics.
Your mother
and
approves
stuff
of
like
your music life?
Yeah, she's very, very actively supportive of it.
She is.
So what's
yeah.
your
She is.
curfew at
She's
the
definitely-
Navy Nagar hostel like? 9. It's 9 p.m. and 9 to 9:30 we can go down and like buy whatever supplies we want if we need them and come back up.
You know, the thing is, she goes to Sophia College and they have their own hostel there. But the
Oh,
hostel
man.
deadline there is like 7:30 and you
7?
can't...
8:30, no?
No,
That's still
7:30
not
for
good.
the main campus and
Oh.
8:30 for the Polytechnic
Oh,
campus.
God.
They have that.
It's funny because the hostel right next to Sophia's is Villa Teresa, and that doesn't even require a formal night out procedure. You just write your name and you can go out. Like you write your name and you write the time of leaving the hostel and you just come back whenever.
You know, it's a lot
great.
more lax now because when I was in 11th and 12th, I had classmates who would complain that you had... So at the moment it's like 9:30 or 10 o'clock, you had to submit your phones
no matter what.
Submit your phone?
You submit your phone.
Yeah, they confiscate.
And they switch the lights, and they have a silencer, so you can't even open your mouth. Like you just have to like stay quiet. Give your phones to the warden.
Like some
they lock them up.
Yeah, it's a full Vipassana.
So what some of these classmates did is that they bought dummy phones. And then they gave them to the warden, and they would like study they would use their phones to study, not even like dick around.
All these people are 18 above, right?
Yeah.
I don't.
Junior college is 16, 17, and the others
First of all, junior college. Is it a thing?
No, so
why is it not just 11th and 12th? I've never understood this. What is junior college?
It's your juniors.
Okay.
Child.
It's
So wait, if you go to say a university abroad and you're staying on university accommodation, hostels and dorms over there, they don't have deadlines.
Not really.
I think that's because the Indian education system is just there to kind of spoon feed you till you're like an adult.
You are an adult
man child, woman child. No, but that's my point. That like which other hostel or university in the world will give a damn about your attendance? Like, as far as they're concerned, you're paying the fees. It's on you, man. Like the entire onus of you being in college and going and attending class is on you. In India, it's like, let me make this a man child. Like let me baby this person and pamper this person until they're like got like hair coming out of their face or.
Until they turn white, even
though, it's bizarre.
So I'm sure in Sophia's in the hostel there will be a lot of these, nuns as well. They stay in the hostel too.
They have their quarters, yeah.
They have to follow the same hostel rules. They can't go out after 8 or something like that.
I mean, I doubt they want a happening life.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, have they not seen Sister Act? Come on, man. Like, it's a weird thing.
I don't think they have.
Oh man.
No, I doubt they want, or they must be doing it discreetly because I've never seen a nun lurking.
Have fun. Sorry? Oh, okay.
Lurking.
Just going out. Okay, got it. I remember you were shouted at by the nuns at Sophia College, man.
Who?
I was.
Why?
Why were you at Sophia College in the first place?
I've performed a few times at Sophia's, and I remember one like marquee kind of performance we had at Kaleidoscope. We played, the whole band played, it was great, it was fun and everything, and then we had to wrap up really quickly because the nuns are like, get out. They were like, your job is done, get GTF.
Leave.
Are you serious?
They shouted at me, man.
Yeah.
Call those shots too.
It's like, wow, superior
strict
mother.
disciplinarian.
Jump the gun.
So how do you work around these hostel deadlines then?
Our hostel is not as strict. No, it's fine. I take a night out. I go wherever. I come back. Fortunately, we can come back to the hostel at any given time, and we have to just inform the warden. But while recording music, it's a little problematic because you're sitting in the room. Outside the room, there are people screaming and running around. And then all of that background noise also comes in my recording. And then there's like cars honking, and it's great, very ambient music.
Man, if I remember well, Navy Nagar is quite silent like that. There's no honking.
No, there is now.
Things change, man. Things have changed.
Yeah.
Navy Nagar is lit, bro.
Because my friend back in the day, she was studying in Xavier's and she was staying in the Navy Nagar hostel as well. Her night out means she couldn't go back.
Yeah, it was that. Till only recently, last year, they changed it and they made it like you can come back at any time.
Yeah.
Progressive. Have you ever lived in a hostel?
When I was growing up, my parents' threat to me was, if you don't study, I'm going to put you in boarding school.
Oh man, that's a. I was really afraid of living in a hostel, and I had to do it for 2 years. I had a blast, man.
Exactly,
yeah.
it's the best.
But my situation is a little different. Okay. We also had a curfew. It was midnight. And it was like, obviously it's not, because India, not like a co-ed hostel, it was 2 separate hostels. And the thing was that, so you have to go back after 12 o'clock. But the problem was that my university was it was really, really gorgeous campus. It was like, it's outside Pune, it's in this place called Lavle. And like, it's on top of a hill. So it's like exquisite. I mean, and that's about it. It's a really, really good looking college. And, but the problem is, even if you escape, you're gonna go, man. Really.
My first exposure to a hostel was in 2005. I was playing with my band Pin Drop Violence, and we were playing at this one college festival in Ahmedabad. CPT, I think. I forgot the festival's name. And they put us up in the college. Said, no, we'll put you up in the AC room, they would call it at that time, on the top floor. And I remember walking into that hostel, with the boys' hostel. It was so weird because there are international students, and here you're seeing white guys washing their clothes in the bucket, drying their
colonial reparations.
Nice.
What is going on? Okay, and then their AC room, which was literally 3 charpais without mattresses and 1 TV, but it said TV room. So I was like, you said AC room? There's no AC here. It's not that hot now, no? This was, mind you, in May.
Oh, God.
So
in Ahmedabad.
And I was still like, what's happening? My band was like, listen, we can't stay here. I was like, okay, just wait. Let's just wait. We'll sort it out. I had to go, said, let me just go to the loo. And then my growing up, my biggest fear of hostels was, how will I go to the loo? So at age 20, what was at that point, 25, 26, I went to that loo. It was United Colors of Browniton.
Oh my God.
And I walked out and I told that college representative, get us out of here right now. You have to throw some weight around being an artist here. Or like
Correct.
5 of you all in 3 beds in the TV room.
But 24, 25 you are, huh?
At 26, 27.
Actually, no, man. By that time, chalo, you should get some.
Yeah, but we're in a metal band, so
metal band. So already
getting a room is a big deal for metal bands at that time. So
it's 2000 this is the heyday of metal, bro. Come on.
Yeah, pretty much. Metal band headlining a college festival in Gujarat. Hello, when you heard of that? You never had, Krupa, any hostel life stories?
I don't, but my sister used to live in a hostel until very recently, because she moved out because she couldn't, because in Baroda it gets very cold and they weren't allowed to have heaters, like water heaters. They didn't have a geyser, and the water was like ice cold, and they had to share the washroom, and it was practically hell. So she didn't have like strict deadlines, but again, it's Baroda, where you're gonna go. And so she moved out. But I spoke to a bunch of people who I know who have lived in hostels, and they had some really strange stories. Like, I spoke to this one girl on Twitter, and she said, so she went to VIT, Vellore Institute of Technology, and so they have like this large campus, right? And so if you want to step out of campus for anything, even if you want to eat Maggie, you are supposed to have a letter on bonded paper, notarized and everything, just to like step out. Yeah, just to step out. And like
Man,
while
I
they
love my hostel.
Yeah.
They are preparing you for the bureaucracy and red tape in the country, I guess. It's good, nice preparation.
so they did have like food supplies and everything on campus, obviously. But if you want like kirana or like whatever, they had a store on campus, but they made it in such a way that you had to like enter the store from outside the campus. So like to step out from there and enter a store that's on your campus, you had to have a letter that is notarized.
That's crazy, man.
And that's only one of the stories that I read today.
I remember once ATKT was covering the Flames College Festival in Pune, and I was speaking to some of the hostel students living there. They said, man, the hostel life is chill.
Your flame is wild, bro.
They get up in like pajamas and they go attend lectures and all, but they said they can't get a non-veg food on campus.
That's the whole thing, yeah.
Someone once in Dabba bought some chicken. I don't know how they spotted the chicken, but the security checks your Dabba of food. He had to pay some fine of 5,000 rupees.
What?
Wow.
And he was suspended from coming onto campus for like a month.
Wow.
If I remember the time right. And outside the college campus, there's this one tapri where they sell cigarettes. So all the faculty also, whoever smoke goes there. And that's the only place you can get non-veg food in the form of burji.
Chalo, some eggs and all. Man, that's crazy. We on my campus, like I said, we were on top of a hill, so you couldn't really get out much. There was one like bar at the bottom, at the base of the hill, which was like off road. It was called Silver Spoon and all, which we then named our band after. And then, people would get really, really wasted, but then they have to be back before midnight. So you have to trek uphill all the way up and drunk. So that was the hardest part of our.
I have been to your college once.
I'm sure you have.
This was in again 2009 or 2010. Because one of the students over there for his final project in the media field,
right,
was his project. He wanted to shoot a band music video for my band Khiladi at that point.
Okay,
I forgot his name. So he said, no, we'll put you up. We have this nice studio, brilliant cams.
Yeah, it was
everything.
really well equipped. Yeah.
So he said, you can stay in our college campus on the hostel rooms with us and all. We have guest rooms and all. Man, it turned out he was supposed to take permissions. We slept in our cars outside the gate.
Classic Simbi behavior.
Outside the gate, 4 of us in 2 cars were sleeping outside.
Oh God.
We got up in the morning to wash our face, brush our teeth. And the security is looking at us, who are you? Like, we are recording. We're bad. Nobody cared at that point.
So you cannot trust a mass comm student, bro. I'm telling you.
That music video never happened. The college fined him money. He told us, listen, I had to spend money out of my pocket to pay the fines for this, so I can't release the music video. If you give me some money, I'll get it produced.
You mean you can't
outside.
release the music video means?
Because they didn't give him access to editing, footage, nothing.
Yeah, he couldn't take the footage back.
No.
Oh, okay, that's a shame. That sucks. Oh, man.
So I also put up a story on the ATKT Instagram, and I asked people their strange college hostel stories, and there were quite a few actually. So there's one that said no bathing and lights on after 10.
No bathing and
bathing.
lights on. Like together you can't do this.
Either.
You have to basically have a shower in the dark.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you don't.
Wow, mad.
Like
Which college was this?
They didn't say.
I've noticed that this show is full college shaming.
Yeah, they won't.
Yeah, I know, but it's good, man. It's good. Put them in that place, goddammit.
Okay, obviously no chicken, mutton, whatever inside the college campus. There's one that says,
oh, God.
You can't take the mess food from the mess to your room.
Yeah, same.
Oh, really?
Same. We have that.
We had to do that. For Sundays, aloo paratha and dahi, and we always took it back to the room. Yeah, that's weird. That's
and then they had, this one's my favorite. So if you're on a night out at your friend's place, like if you've written that on the logbook, that you're going to your friend's place, then you're supposed to send a selfie with the friend's mom to your warden.
Wow, that is so good. That's the best one I've heard.
Man, I can just imagine that warden's phone ka WhatsApp media pe how many photographs of different people's parents.
All Photoshop.
No, you have like a stock of like so you go there and then you click a photo with your friend's mom. And then you just...
That's the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard in my life.
It's my favorite.
It's
imagine
insane.
sitting and like thinking that, what way can we make someone's life difficult?
No, I love how they think that technology is on their side in this one.
What are the weird ones you got? Hostel rules.
There's one that says you can't play cards in hostel because you will become gamblers.
Apparently. Oh my God, this is my mom.
Because you will become gambler. Yeah, that's part of the rule.
Yeah.
Because you will become
it's specified.
Like some 70s Bollywood rule, man. Tash nahi khelega. Oh God, that's terrible.
And this one apparently is not like written, but it's a cultural thing that if you need to shower and the bathroom is already occupied, you need to ask the person inside ki didi aapke baad koi hai kya. Like doesn't matter if there's no one outside or on the floor. Like it's just
this is like how how you have to invite a vampire into your house. This is the same thing. My God, this gets wilder and wilder. If I heard a rule like no TikTok in the hostel or something, stuff like that. That feels like it's relevant to today's day and age, but this no gambling, no money spent. That's
I was
hilarious.
saying this earlier also. I don't get these hostel deadlines as such because I think it's stupid.
Yeah,
you're 18, you can decide on the future of the leader of the country and all, but you can't decide what time you can go out and come back.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of 18-year-olds vote, yeah.
I mean, no, I'm saying it's rigged, guys. It's rigged. It's super rigged.
No, but there's one, forget 18. Someone told me that even the PG, postgraduate students in their hostel, they need a fax from their parents if they want to go out.
A fax.
A faxed letter.
Fax?
Oh, we've done
In
Like a
2009.
facsimile?
We had
Like
this
an
system.
actual fax.
This fax
Oh, that's
system.
brilliant.
Dude, that's okay though. We can anyone can send in a fax. That's great.
This
I
is
have
insane.
this girl in my hostel who used to send, she just needed her
Wait, they have a
father's-
fax machine to collect this receipt or what?
No.
Then how? who
No,
are
they do,
sending
they
the fax to?
They do.
Dude, that's
But,
this is madness, man.
You can
What is
forge a
happening?
fax easily.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You can
One of my
forge a
friends has
fax?
done it for the entirety of her second year. She would fake night outs that way.
Man, this is ridiculous, dude. Something has to be done. Come on, ATKT, come on, launch one campaign and all, man. People want to change the season 8 of Game of Thrones. This is more important, dude.
Listen, I think the only future all of this will have is if tomorrow all of you all have children.
If
Give
you
your
do.
children
But you know,
better
at school, it's
better
already
what?
happening.
understanding of life.
Like in Delhi, there's already the Pinjra Tod movement,
Oh,
which
man.
has gained momentum.
Nice.
Insane.
What is this Pinjra Tod movement?
So earlier, a few years ago, Jamia Millia Islamia College in Delhi, they issued a letter saying that women aren't allowed to step out of campus after 6
p.m.
So
Fine.
Yeah.
Just getting earlier and earlier,
so
man.
even in Aligarh Muslim University, women aren't allowed to go to the library after 6.
Huh?
Whereas the men didn't have that. And then there was there is a union called they issued a notice. There were letters from students from Jamia Millia, and then the entire youth. It just became this
spread
whole
to
thing.
LSR also.
Yeah,
Okay.
LSR
and
students have been doing it, and and the protests are crazy there. They lie down on the road,
Yeah,
and
Delhi knows how to
start
one solid.
It's
But
really
and
protest scene.
there have been times where the principal would come out, who lives on campus, and she would come out and she'd just tell the girls, "Arey kal aana, baat karne, kal aana." But now please clear out. Then they broke the lock of the gate of the college. They've done stuff like that.
That's cool.
it's really cool.
Yeah, of course. Like
It's
V
cool,
for
but
Vendetta
it's,
says, people
sad.
should not be
Yeah.
afraid of
It's
their
really sad.
governments. Governments should be afraid of their people. It's the same situation here, man.
They are more metal than the metal head.
Yeah.
You guys slept in your car. You guys are breaking locks on Thursdays.
I think the most coolest college campus in terms of hostels that I've been to is FTI in Pune.
Theirs is like just
That's
do
picnic.
whatever you want. It's a picnic.
is
It's
Really?
I was an outsider. I gone to drop someone because she was drunk, and I was like, "Hey, you'll go back to your hostel safe now." Yeah. It's like, they actually allowed me all the way up to dropping her to a room and going. I was like, "Hello,
How
there's no
cool.
security."
Wow.
you feel like weird sometimes.
Boys
right?
go to I mean, it's. I guess everything turns out fine. I don't know if there are.
I mean,
horror
anything
stories
goes there though. I feel like FTI also has its own brand of just the way people are and stuff. It's like a different situation there. At least from whatever I've heard when I used to live in Pune.
What about your 2 years of hostel life, Tejas?
That's how I learned to speak Hindi, man. I swear. Before that, I was in Pune for 5 years, and I was in Wadia College. But again, just I went religiously for 6 months. Then I started
Is it true that
internship.
Wadia College has a police station inside the campus?
I feel like would have seen that if I was.
Really?
But I didn't. I
No?
attended college for maybe 6 months, and I would just attend some lectures. I mean, I'm sure you've heard. I'm sure every college has had this story of the English professor teaching the class in Hindi and all.
Yeah,
Same thing happened.
yeah.
For us, so I didn't bother going for many classes. I only went for. I had an internship in radio, and then I got a job there. So I just kept on going for that. And then when I just came to give the papers and stuff, and it was fine. I mean, Wadia College, really, they just don't give a damn about attendance, about anything. But that's also a bit of a problem. But you know what the weirdest thing was? I voted this time, for the first time, finally. I was like, oh, cool, I got my stuff together. And they were like, cool, your voting station is opposite this. I was like, oh, that's Wadia College. And they're like, oh, cool. Yeah, it's in Wadia College. I was like, oh, cool, Wadia College. Then they were like, yeah, you have to go inside Wadia College. I was like, oh shit, this is weird. Which part of Wadia College? Ness Wadia? No, Nauroji. I was like, oh god, that's my college. They made me go. I finally ended up polling in my classroom, man.
Oh my god!
It was the weirdest thing. I was just like, which classroom number? It's number 15. I was like, oh god. And I went in my whole class there, sent one vote and came on. It was bizarre. Yeah.
Too good. Life comes around in circles.
Yeah, I know. Too good. I mean, how the elections also turned out. Damn good. Very good. Anyway, but 2 years in hostel. I had a really, really good time, actually.
Did you fall sick? A lot of people I know fall sick with the mess food and, malaria.
No. Oh, like that? No, I didn't. I didn't have any problems like that. I think the best part about my hostel was, the fact that I had 2 chickens who we kept for a while, then they ran off somewhere.
You kept pets in your hostel.
We had 2 chickens.
They ran off.
Yeah, they ran off.
What
They
do you
went to
mean
the
by ran
farm.
off?
So on Sundays, sometimes they give non-veg in hostels.
Very funny. No, but I had 2 pet chickens.
They send you selfies with their moms.
No, they sent me. No, they didn't. But they were called Jimmy and Alankar, based on my flatmate Jimmy and his friend Alankar. And man, I had a great time. It was good. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Tejas, for coming on our episode. And, they say, as they say, the muhavra is char chand lagaye unhone.
Oh.
And thank you, Karshni. Thank you, Krupa.
What's up?
What's up? What up? This is the ATKT Talent Podcast. And stay tuned. Karshni Nair is going to be performing another song. Karshni, what is this song called?
It's called Straight Girls and Generic Musicians.
Up next is Straight Girls and Generic Musicians by Karshni Nair.
Do you wish you were smarter? Well, so do we. But the next best thing?
We could make you sound smarter.
And to help you with this endeavor, we are Simplified, a podcast that attempts to break down the complex world around you with a little knowledge, a lot of poor jokes, and a ton of random trivia.
Episodes out every Monday.
On the IVM Podcast app or wherever you get your podcasts.
See ya!
Hold on tight, she's coming for you. The well-dressed husky longitude of a lady shakes your world, splits it in two. Prepare yourself, world's gonna end. Abomination of the Bible, you should cry for help. No blessings tonight for you. But what am I to do? Universe is conspiring against this little wish of mine. Maybe I am turning blind. Somebody tells me she is into musicians. Let me be good enough just this once. Or maybe I am just another musician. Working way past my patience. This is more tough than your average love. The line is drawn straighter than your average rough. And my knees seem to be so weak, they're crumbling to the ground. The air is thin with the hint of gin. No alcohol around here, but somehow there's been a kind of buzz. But nobody else has been on my mind. On my mind. Yeah, yeah. But what am I to do? Universe is conspiring against this little wish of mine. Maybe I'm turning blind. Somebody tells me she's into musicians. Let me be good enough just this once. Or maybe I am just another musician, working way past my patience. Just another musician, generic musician, working way past my patience.
That was Karshni Nair with her song Straight Girls and Generic Musicians, and this was the ATKT Talent Tent podcast. Follow Karshni Nair at @Karshni Nair on Instagram, and you can catch her music on soundcloud.com/KarshniN. Catch Tejas on the Geek Fruit Podcast on the IVM Podcast app. If you like this podcast, don't forget to check out other interesting podcasts on the IVM network. You can listen to us on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com. You can also follow us on our social media. We are at IVM Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. And if you want to reach out to ADKT, you can follow us at @ADKTIN on Instagram.
We are doing our monthly property, the Poetry Social in Chandigarh at Sector 7 Social on the last Tuesday of every month. From the July, August, September editions, we're selecting 3 poets to be a part of the big poetry bash hosted by Sector 7 Social, which will be live streamed, shot, edited and made a big deal of. And will push the poetry and spoken word scene in Chandigarh. So watch out for more updates on the ATKT social media platforms and register.
Hi listeners, we at Aditya Birla Sun Life Mutual Fund have come up with a special podcast series called MF 101 in collaboration with Bloomberg Quint. MF 101 is an informative series that will help you understand the recipe behind mutual fund investments. And what's more, it's coming from the chefs of the mutual fund buffet table, from the very own fund managers and analysts who are the manufacturers of the funds that help you realize your investment goals. New episodes out every Monday. You can listen to the show on the IVM Podcast app or wherever you get your podcasts.
How many times have you motivated yourself to improve your sleep or lose weight or be more productive? How many times have you failed? Hi, my name is Ashton Doctor. Tune into my show, The Habit Coach Podcast, where we focus on creating small, tiny habits to improve your life instead of those big, impossible tasks. So make listening to me a habit every Monday, Wednesday and Friday on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com or on your favorite podcasting app.